Welcome to Iggy's Insights, where we dive deep into economic topics that matter. I'm your host, Iggy, and today we're exploring a perspective that might challenge your thinking about Vietnam's emerging economic strategy through tourism and immigration policy. Let's begin with some historical context. Throughout history, nations recovering from economic hardship have often turned to two powerful tools: opening borders and attracting foreign capital. The United States did this in the late 19th century, welcoming immigrants and foreign investment to fuel its industrial revolution. Spain did it in the 1960s and 70s, transforming its economy through tourism and foreign residency programs. Today, we're seeing Vietnam employ a similar strategy, but with modern twists that reflect our globalized economy. Vietnam's story is particularly interesting because it represents a dramatic economic transformation. Just 50 years ago, the country was devastated by war. 30 years ago, it was one of the poorest nations in Asia. Today, it stands as one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia, with tourism playing a crucial role in this remarkable journey. The numbers tell a compelling story. Vietnam has now recovered 98% of its pre-pandemic tourism levels, making it the fastest recovering destination in Southeast Asia. In 2024, the country welcomed 17.5 million international visitors. This isn't just impressive, it's enough to overtake Singapore in visitor numbers, placing Vietnam third in the region behind only Malaysia and Thailand. But Vietnam isn't content with third place. The country's leadership has set an ambitious target of 23 million international arrivals in 2025. If current growth trends continue, Vietnam aims to surpass Malaysia and become Southeast Asia's second most visited country after Thailand. This represents a fundamental shift in the regional tourism hierarchy that has remained relatively stable for decades. What makes Vietnam's approach particularly noteworthy is how it's leveraging immigration policy as an economic tool. The country is now considering implementing a golden visa program, a 10-year investor visa that could lead to permanent residency after 5 years. Additionally, they're exploring a 5-year talent visa with simplified renewal processes. These programs would initially be tested in key tourism centers like Phu Quoc, Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, and Da Nang. This strategy isn't new globally, but it represents a significant shift for Vietnam. Golden visa programs have been used effectively by countries like Portugal, Spain, and Greece to attract foreign capital during economic downturns. These programs typically offer residency rights in exchange for significant investment in real estate, business ventures, or government bonds. These programs would initially be... The economic logic behind such programs is straightforward, but powerful. Foreign investors bring capital, create jobs, stimulate construction and services, and generate tax revenue. For Vietnam, this approach aligns perfectly with its broader economic development goals. Vietnam's Prime Minister Chin recently emphasized the importance of this direction, stating that Vietnam must remain an open and safe destination. During a government meeting, he directed ministries to explore ways to improve visa policies, specifically to support tourism growth. This shows a clear understanding of the connection between immigration policy and economic development. What's particularly interesting about Vietnam's approach is how it builds upon earlier reforms. In 2023, the country extended its e-visa duration to 90 days and expanded the list of visa-exempt countries. These changes have already contributed to tourism growth, and the proposed Golden Visa program represents the next logical step in this progression. The timing of these initiatives is no accident. Vietnam is making these moves as global tourism patterns are shifting. Chinese tourists, who have long been a major source of visitors throughout Southeast Asia, are increasingly concerned about safety in traditional destinations like Thailand. A high-profile incident involving the kidnapping of a Chinese actor in Thailand has redirected many Chinese travelers to Vietnam, which is perceived as a safer alternative. This shift in Chinese tourism patterns represents a significant economic opportunity. Chinese tourists are known for their spending power, and capturing a larger share of this market could substantially boost Vietnam's tourism revenues. It's a textbook example of how geopolitical events and perception can reshape economic flows. But Vietnam isn't putting all its eggs in one basket. The country is also experiencing remarkable growth in Indian tourism. In 2024, Over 500,000 Indian visitors arrived in Vietnam, marking a stunning 297% increase from pre-pandemic levels. Da Nang alone welcomed 222,000 Indian travelers, accounting for over 5% of total international arrivals to the city. This diversification of tourism sources is economically sound. By appealing to multiple markets, Vietnam reduces its vulnerability to downturns in any single market. It's a strategy that mirrors successful approaches in countries like Spain and Thailand, which have worked to attract visitors from diverse regions. Vietnam is also wisely investing in infrastructure to support its tourism ambitions. The upcoming Long Thanh International Airport, scheduled to open by March 2026, will significantly expand the country's capacity to handle international arrivals. This kind of forward-looking infrastructure investment is crucial for sustainable tourism growth. The country is simultaneously upgrading its hospitality offerings. New high-end properties from brands like Capella Hanoi and upcoming Ritz-Carlton developments signal Vietnam's intention to compete in the luxury tourism segment. This vertical expansion of the market allows Vietnam to attract both budget travelers and high-spending visitors, maximizing the economic impact of tourism. Let's take a moment to consider the broader economic implications of Vietnam's strategy. Tourism is often viewed as a relatively low-value economic sector, but this perspective misses important nuances. Tourism creates jobs across skill levels, from entry-level service positions to management and specialized roles. It brings foreign currency into the economy, helps fund infrastructure that benefits locals and visitors alike, and can stimulate related industries from food production to construction. For developing economies like Vietnam's, tourism offers several advantages over manufacturing as a development pathway. It doesn't require the same level of technical knowledge or capital investment as high-tech manufacturing. It can develop incrementally, with each successful project encouraging further investment. And it can help preserve cultural heritage and natural environments when managed sustainably. The proposed Golden Visa program adds another dimension to this economic strategy. By attracting foreign investors who commit to long-term stakes in the country, Vietnam can secure capital for development while building lasting economic relationships. The path to permanent residency after 5 years encourages these investors to develop deep ties to Vietnam, potentially leading to ongoing investment and economic engagement. Similarly, the talent visa concept recognizes the value of human capital in economic development. By making it easier for skilled individuals to live and work in Vietnam, the country can address skill gaps, foster knowledge transfer, and build capacity in key sectors. This approach has been used successfully by countries like Canada and Australia to complement their immigration systems and target specific economic needs. Let's look at some historical parallels to understand the potential impact of Vietnam's strategy. Spain's transformation from a relatively poor, isolated country in the 1950s to a modern European economy was significantly aided by tourism development and programs that encouraged foreign residency. The economic impact went far beyond direct tourism spending, spurring modernization across multiple sectors. More recently, countries like Portugal implemented golden visa programs following the 2008 financial crisis. Portugal's program, launched in 2012, attracted billions in investment and helped revitalize the country's real estate market during a difficult economic period. While these programs have faced criticism related to inequality and housing affordability, their economic impact has been substantial. Vietnam's approach appears to learn from these examples while adapting to its specific circumstances. By piloting the programs in key tourism hubs, Vietnam can test the concept, address any issues that arise, and refine the implementation before a broader rollout. The country is also being strategic about its marketing efforts. Vietnam's low-cost airline, Vietjet, is promoting travel from India with fares starting from just Rs11 on multiple India-Vietnam routes. This kind of aggressive pricing strategy helps build market awareness and establish travel patterns that can persist even when promotional pricing ends. Vietnam is also capitalizing on emerging trends in the Indian market. Destinations like Phu Quoc and Ha Long are becoming popular wedding venues for Indian families. Destination weddings represent a particularly valuable tourism segment, as they typically involve large groups staying for extended periods and spending substantially on accommodations, food, and services. The Vietnamese Consul General Le Quang Bien recently highlighted the importance of Indian tourism during a visit to India, noting there is a lot of potential for tourism from India to Vietnam due to a very high population of India. The two countries have a very strong bilateral relationship. We value tourists from India, the number of which is increasing. This kind of diplomatic engagement supports the economic strategy by strengthening bilateral relations and raising awareness of Vietnam as a destination. Vietnam's approach offers several lessons for other developing economies. First, it demonstrates the value of a coordinated strategy that aligns immigration policy, infrastructure development, and marketing efforts. Second, it shows how countries can leverage changing global patterns, like shifting Chinese tourism preferences, to their advantage. Third, it illustrates how targeted programs like golden visas can complement broader economic development efforts. For investors watching these developments, there are several potential opportunities. The proposed golden visa program itself may offer investment pathways with the added benefit of residency rights. Beyond that, Vietnam's tourism growth suggests potential in hospitality, real estate, tourism services, and infrastructure development. The country's broader economic trajectory, with tourism as one component, makes it an increasingly important market to watch in Southeast Asia. It's worth noting that tourism-led development does face challenges. Tourism can be vulnerable to external shocks, as the COVID-19 pandemic dramatically demonstrated. It can create environmental pressures if not managed sustainably, and it can lead to economic disparities between tourism centers and other regions. Vietnam will need to address these challenges as its tourism sector grows. The golden visa concept also has potential drawbacks. Such programs have faced criticism in other countries for potentially enabling money laundering, driving up housing costs for locals, and creating two-tier immigration systems that favor the wealthy. Vietnam's implementation will need to include appropriate safeguards and be balanced with broader economic development goals. Despite these challenges, Vietnam's strategy represents a thoughtful approach to economic development that leverages the country's strengths. Its natural beauty, rich culture, and strategic location in a growing region provide a strong foundation for tourism growth. Its political stability and improving infrastructure make it attractive to investors. And its willingness to innovate with policies like the proposed Golden Visa program shows a pragmatic approach to development. For those of us observing economic development patterns, Vietnam offers a fascinating case study in how a country can transform itself through strategic policy choices. From war-torn nation to emerging economic power, Vietnam's journey reflects both traditional development pathways and innovative adaptations to the modern global economy. As we watch Vietnam's continued evolution, it's worth considering how these strategies might apply in other contexts. Could other developing nations use similar approaches to accelerate their economic growth? How might established tourism destinations respond to Vietnam's emergence as a competitor? And what opportunities might arise for businesses and investors as Vietnam continues its economic transformation? These questions remind us that economic development is never static. It's a dynamic process shaped by policy choices, global trends, and strategic responses to changing circumstances. Vietnam's tourism and immigration strategies offer valuable insights into how countries can navigate this complex landscape to create economic opportunities and improve living standards. As Vietnam targets 23 million international arrivals in 2025 and aims to become Southeast Asia's second most visited country, we're witnessing not just a tourism success story, but a case study in economic transformation through strategic policy choices. For investors, policymakers, and economic observers, Vietnam's approach offers valuable lessons that extend far beyond its borders. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Iggy's Insights. If you found this analysis valuable, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, this is Iggy from the Investing Iguana, encouraging you to look beyond the headlines to understand the economic forces shaping our world.